to that. Fuck, I look like these niggas, I'm bossed up. Ask yourself out, I'm false up. So fuck your emotions, get out of my comment. I told that nigga he lost that.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Pretty, and I'm back with another disturbing doorbell or just things called. Oh, this is DASHCAM. Okay, so I'm lying to y'all. This is DASHCAM footage, which is different. So we're gonna get right into this video. Make sure you like, comment, leave, subscription, y'all. I just came from trying to do some like funny reactions to. It was supposed to be like funniest doorbell ring cameras or some shit like that, y'all. That shit was dry as hell. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it or not, but if I do, then y'all gonna see how I got from that to this. So let's get right into this video. Make sure you like, comment, leave a subscription. Let's see what they talk about.
In it, a white car can be seen traveling through a series of roundabouts before continuing on a straight road. Everything seems calm at first, but just 10 seconds into the video, something pretty messed up was caught by the driver's dash cam.
Most definitely together, because you seen dude to the fucking right already first before that bitch popped out of the left, and then he gonna come to her rescue, and that bitch threw herself into the hood like that. I would have kept going to it. I mean, it's crazy that he kept going, but like that shit was so fake and so forced.
Disturbingly, a woman can be seen crossing the street right when the car is going by and practically throws herself at the vehicle. A couple of seconds later, a man rushes towards the alleged victim and tries to—
Y'all be seeing me get text messages. This is beside the video, but y'all be seeing me like when I check my phone while I'm making reactions. Y'all be seeing me get pissed off at my phone very fucking often because people be on my fucking nerves.
To get the driver to stop. Though the driver had the common sense to drive away as fast as possible. Had the driver been distracted or shocked by the incident, he might have made the mistake of stopping and getting out to see if the victim was okay. Fortunately, the man and woman's bad acting made it more than obvious that something suspicious was going on, and that the driver would probably have been in danger had he gotten out of his car. It's hard to accurately gauge the intentions of someone crazy enough to launch themselves into oncoming traffic and put themselves in the—
I don't even think that was like they trying to set him up shit. I think they was just trying to get a check shit.
line of danger like that. But according to the description in the original video, the driver initially thought that the whole incident was staged to pull off an insurance scam, in which the supposed victim and an accomplice stage an accident, fake a severe injury, and then exaggerate their claim to receive compensation for medical expenses from the insurance company. Although this was the driver's first thought, the reason he drove off so quickly was something completely different. Later that same morning, the driver reported the incident to the police and mentioned in his statement that even though it wasn't captured by the dashcam, as soon as the man on the side of the road rushed out to help the supposedly injured woman, a group of men could be seen emerging from the shadows and sprinting toward the vehicle from behind. Realizing the danger he would be in if he got out of the vehicle, the driver took off immediately to avoid a potential carjacking, extortion, or even kidnapping. According to the Browns Plains police station, an investigation was launched after the report, but the people involved were never found. It's unknown what would have happened to the driver had he gotten out of his car to assess the woman's supposed injuries, or even had stayed there a bit longer in his car. One can only assume that the men were trying to get him out of his car for some horrific purpose. In 2016, a YouTuber named Bear with Hat uploaded this alarming footage that he recorded on his phone in June of that year. In the caption of the video, the uploader explained that after leaving his friend's house in Keller, Texas, he noticed a white Dodge Challenger traveling closely behind him. Suspecting that he was being followed, he pretended to enter the I-35 highway but swerved onto a service road at the last second. To his horror, the white car then also swerved onto the service road and continued to follow him. In an attempt to shake off the white car, Bear with Hat made a sudden U-turn at an overpass and pulled over on the other side of the highway. When he saw the Dodge still following closely behind him, he sped off and pulled over into a turning lane in front of a hospital at the next intersection. That's when the white car stopped right in front of him with their left turn signal still flashing, and this is where things take a darker turn.
They got back in and pulled up next to him that fast?
Just a few seconds after the uploader started recording to try to get the car's license plate, a man steps out of the driver's side of the Dodge and approaches the car. Another man who wasn't caught by the victim's phone was also getting out of the car, but the uploader hightailed it out of there before he could clearly catch him on his camera. In the description of the video, the victim also mentioned that if the man on the passenger side had not gotten out of the way in time, he would have ran him over and kept on driving. At some point during his escape, the uploader dropped his phone on the floor of his Hyundai Elantra to focus on the road and headed to a grocery store that he knew would probably have a cop standing outside. As soon as the driver of the Dodge saw him head towards the officer, he broke off the pursuit and fled in a different direction. Because of the uploader's well-timed reaction and quick thinking, we'll likely never know what the two men had planned for him that night, but judging by their threatening behavior, it couldn't have been anything good.
Not to be like, what's it called? Like, I don't know if it's called like classist if you say this or not what, but like, so that he in a Hyundai Elantra, and again, y'all, I'm not no professional and shit. I don't know how much cars go for, but me just personally, when I see a Hyundai, I'll be like, oh, that's a cute car, that's a nice car, okay. But when I see a Dodge, I'm like, oh, you got some money, like, you know, you. So what did they want from him? Like, how do people choose who they want their victims to be if they're like planning some crazy shit? Like, because I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but if you get it, you get it. Like, what the fuck were they trying to do? Like, what did they want?
This footage was captured on November 2nd, 2014, and shows a car speeding down Highway 78 at around midnight. A few seconds later, the video shows the driver slowing down to avoid hitting a suspicious roadblock up ahead, consisting of just 2 traffic cones blocking the entire road. As the driver brings his car to a stop, his headlights eerily catch the lower half of a man's body walking suspiciously towards his vehicle. When he tries to drive through the cones, the man stands in his way, blocking the car's path. Sensing something is off, the driver immediately calls out to the man to try to get an explanation.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
Nah.
It probably wasn't the best idea to engage with a man who put cones in the middle of the highway, but then again, they could have been there for any—
Ran the fuck over. Cones ran the fuck over, nigga. Your legs ran over. Cracking all under my motherfucking tires. Y'all, not only that, but shit like this be especially scary to me because I have severe fucking night vision, y'all. I damn near don't even drive at night unless I'm going like directly down the fucking street because I can't see shit at night, y'all. So him being in the dark like that, like he was, I honestly probably wouldn't have even seen him, and he would have been under my car fucking entirely without me before I even knew what the fuck was going on or that there was even a fucking person there. So, like, what are you doing? And then it's like he has black on the top of his body. I don't know, just like the way that the camera caught it is like perfect. Like, yeah, he wanted people to see his legs, but he didn't want people to see the top of him because how does it just play out like that?
A number of reasons. In the caption of the video, the uploader mentioned that as soon as he asked him if he needed help, he saw the man reach into his pocket, and that's when the driver decided to play it safe and sped away. According to the uploader, the man and his accomplice were later detained by the cops, but were somehow only charged with DUI. If the man had been given more time, it's anyone's guess what he would have done, but luckily the driver didn't stick around long enough to find out. This extremely disturbing incident took place at about 7 a.m. on May 18, 2021 in West Pensacola, Florida. In the footage that was caught by a nearby parked car's dash cam, an 11-year-old girl can be seen kneeling on the grass waiting for a bus to pick her up for school. A few seconds into the video, a white Dodge Journey circles around the girl, and although she notices it, she doesn't seem to be alarmed. Unfortunately, the man at the wheel of the Dodge wasn't just casually driving around the neighborhood as the girl might have imagined. Just a minute and a half later, the same white car pulled over at the edge of the roundabout, with the driver completely oblivious to the fact that his license plates were being recorded. Once again, the little girl turns her head and looks at the white car several times, but with no real reason to be afraid yet, she stays where she is. That's when the driver gets out of the car and does the unthinkable. In an act,
I'm gonna let it play, but they better have got dude, especially having his license plate and all that shit. But what the fuck? Like, what are the chances? Like, I don't be understanding. So, like, I know that trafficking and shit like that is very much so real. But, like, what are the chances of, like, her sitting there? This is, like they said, her bus stop. So she be there probably unless they've been watching her, okay, you know. Like, you just never know what leads up to something, but her being there waiting on her bus to come get her, whatever, and it just so happens that he circled the block 3-4 times and then try to snatch her. Like, is that your intentions, or do you have something personal that you want to do with this woman, this little fucking girl? Like, y'all, I'm gonna forever fucking say it. The world is so scary because you just never know. Now think about it. This is somebody's neighbor. He just sat here and he tried to snatch this little girl. He didn't succeed, so now he pull up back at home like nothing ever fucking happened and just go on about his regular fucking life. And he can live next to any fucking body. Like, he's the neighbor to somebody that go to church every Sunday. And, like, you know, like, you just never fucking know, y'all. That is so scary. I have 3 daughters, you guys. I don't think I've ever really, like, talked about, like, my personal life and, like, what I got going on. But, y'all, I have 3 daughters. And I will never, ever in life let them be alone for any fucking reason until they're fucking grown. Like, 11? They said she's 11. Why is she out there by herself like that? Even if it is to catch them, I don't know, y'all. I just always have made sure, which I know isn't, like, everybody can't do, but I've always made sure that my schedule has always worked around the fact of making sure that my daughters are fucking safe. I take them to school. I walk them into the school. I don't take them to school and drop them at the curb or at the sidewalk. I walk them into the school. I pick them up. I don't let them walk out to the car, try to find my car. I sit there and I wait at the door until they come to me, y'all. Like, I just fucking can't take no fucking chances with having daughters, period, with nothing.
Of pure evil, the man attempts to steal the girl and carry her back to his car. The girl bravely struggles against his grip, and eventually the man stumbles, causing both of them to fall on the grass. After realizing his cover had been blown, the man runs back to his car and drives away. It's terrifying to think what would have happened to the girl had the man not tripped and fallen, but luckily his license plate made it easy for cops to track him down and arrest him that same evening. Later that night, the West Pensacola Sheriff's Department identified the suspect as 30-year-old Jared Paul Stanga. According to the police report, he was armed with a knife at the time of the attack. It was also revealed that the suspect had a lengthy criminal history. During the investigation, police also found that the Dodge Journey he was driving had been freshly painted, most likely in an attempt to avoid detection. Disturbingly, 2 weeks before the incident, the little girl mentioned to her school principal that a man in a white car had pulled up to her bus stop and talked to her, but no actions were taken by the school.
Like I said, so he been tracking her. He been watching her for a second. That's not no just like pull up and do it off instinct type shit. Like, that's brave as hell if that's how you working, but he been watching her. He been seeing it. That's where she be every morning, every afternoon, whatever the case may be, and he planned that shit out. But his fat ass couldn't get away with her. She was the same size as him. Like, if she would have been smaller, he probably would have been able to snatch her up and fucking be gone. But she was bigger. She's 11, so she was damn near the same size as his fat ass, and he couldn't get the fuck up out of there with her.
To protect her. After the attack, Jared Stanga was charged with attempted kidnapping of a child under 13, aggravated assault, and battery. Luckily, the girl was reported safe, though obviously pretty shaken up by the events she went through that morning. On November 21st, 2018, a 24-year-old woman named Vanessa Donay sat in the back seat of her mother's Chevy Equinox with her 2-year-old daughter as they waited for Vanessa's mom to finish her appointment at a business center in Windsor, Canada. At one point during the waiting period, Vanessa noticed a suspicious man walk past their vehicle and stare at it for a little longer than necessary. Almost immediately after walking out of frame, the man doubles back around and approaches the car. With an alarmingly casual demeanor, he then enters the Chevy through the unlocked passenger door where he finds Vanessa and her daughter sitting in the back seat.
As soon as he walked by looking in too tough, I would have locked my doors, y'all. You just can't trust the world, y'all. I need everybody to stop trusting the world and acting like shit's sweet, because shit is not sweet. We don't live in that type of world no more, y'all. When I'm sitting in my car, I already have my doors locked. Nobody even has to walk past me to make me lock my doors. But if by chance I did forget to lock my fucking doors, as soon as a motherfucker walk past me that I'm unfamiliar with,
Understandably
I'm locking my doors.
Terrified, Vanessa can be heard screaming at the man. Although the rest of the incident wasn't caught on camera, Vanessa reported that as soon as the man saw her, he gave her a disturbing smile, shut the door, and took off in his black pickup truck. After she reported the incident to the cops and posted the video on Facebook, some viewers theorized that the man had maybe just seen Vanessa's daughter, and thinking she was alone, he thought he could steal her. However, others thought he didn't see anybody and was just trying to steal the car. Just 3 days later, officers with the Windsor Police Property
You don't get in the passenger seat trying to steal a car.
Crimes Unit saw the man drive a vehicle into a parking lot near the area of the incident. According to the police report, as soon as the man got out of the car and went into an apartment building, the cops followed and arrested him without incident. The man was immediately identified as 38-year-old Corey Oikel, and as it was later revealed, the vehicle he was found with was stolen, supporting the idea that he was only trying to steal Vanessa's car and not her daughter. Inside his car, the cops also
These little ugly ass old men fucking angle photos they be having of these motherfuckers. They just look like creeps.
found several stolen items from his previous car thefts, along with a bunch of random receipts that indicated the man had made fraudulent transactions using stolen property. As per the court documents that were released a couple of months later, the incident with Vanessa wasn't exactly Corey's first rodeo. After the cops were able to connect him with several other similar incidents from earlier that year, Corey was charged with 4 counts of possession of stolen property, 3 counts of theft, 2 counts of assault, uttering threats, attempted theft of a motor vehicle, theft of mail, and fraud. Fortunately, Vanessa was smart enough to scare him away by screaming before he could do anything even more messed up than his previous crimes. This next footage was captured in 2017 in Thailand. On the morning of December 26th, a 32-year-old radio operator named Mana was looking down at his phone as he walked back towards his car from his radio office when he had an unexpected near-death experience.
Ooh. Those are power lines falling?
As soon as he walks by the power line, the electricity cables above his head spontaneously explode. Had he taken a fraction of a second more to react, Mana would have been struck by the power line, which would have most likely been fatal. As he later revealed in an interview, the explosion was caused by an electrical fault due to overheating, which melted the nearby wires. At the time of the incident, the city had seen some pretty heavy rain, which only made things worse. According to sources close to the victim, some cities in Thailand are known for notoriously dangerous overhead cables that litter the streets and pose a significant risk to those who find themselves walking under them at the wrong time. Luckily, Mana was able to walk away.
Is there some kind of like lawsuit in that? Like, why are the wires allowed to look like that? That just looks crazy. Like, I've never in my fucking 27 years of life seen no shit like that. You know, it should be different in different places though, but that was quick reacting. Like, y'all, that couldn't have been me. I would have been fried the fuck, because my reflexes, not gonna lie, they're not the fucking strongest. He was on point with that though. Like, that was luck. His reflexes, he got the fuck up out of there
Unharmed, but the incident obviously raises a huge red flag to how electricity is structured in some of these cities. On July 23, 2023, a woman's dashcam captured a particularly disturbing incident in Oakland. The footage follows the woman driving down Skyline Boulevard behind a white Dodge Charger. The poor video quality could be due to the woman's dashcam or to a possible compression when the video is transferred to desktop, but regardless, this is the quality of the original video. Aside from the woman's car and the white Charger, there are no other cars in sight. Out of nowhere, the Dodge suddenly slows down in the middle of the road and stops at an angle, blocking the woman's path.
Come on now, quit.
Driving through you.
No.
As soon as the Dodge stops in front of her car, the driver immediately realizes
This bitch talking about some no, and then still took another extra 10 seconds after they running up to her car to take off. Like, I don't know, y'all. That's what I be talking about. Like, people's reflexes is different, but I feel like in a situation like that, like the wires, okay, yeah, I feel like I probably would have had some slow reflexes, but two motherfuckers hopping out, they blocked your car in first. It's only y'all, it's no other car. Two motherfuckers hopping out and running towards your car, I'm running them the fuck over. I'm crashing, I'm beating them, you know, like running into the side of their car, like going around like any fucking thing like that. There's no reason. Like, there's nothing that could be going on to where this is happening. Like, I don't fucking know.
realizes something is wrong and fear begins to set in. Unfortunately, nothing could have prepared her for what she was about to experience. After getting out of their vehicle, the two men rush at the woman's car and one of them begins banging on the window to make her get out. Although she panics and screams, the driver remains level-headed enough to step on the gas and drive away. Fortunately, she was not followed and made it home safely. In a later interview, the woman, who chose to remain anonymous, said that she had been driving that route for 38 years and had never been the victim of a carjacking until then. Although no arrests have been made yet, the cops suspect that the same two men who attacked the woman may be linked to other carjackings in the East Oakland Hills area, and they plan to continue investigating until they find the men responsible.
They have a whole license plate tag. Like, this should be pissing me off. There's a whole license plate number. Y'all couldn't find him? Like, how is that even fucking possible, period? Like, point blank. If you have a license plate, a motherfucker found, right? Like, you can Google that shit, especially being a cop. You run their license plate. When y'all get behind somebody to pull them the fuck over, you run their license plate and pull up everything you need to know about them. Unless they, like, you know, like, what?
The driver ultimately made the right choice in speeding away. Had she given in to fear and stepped out of the car, a carjacking would probably have been the least of her worries. This footage was uploaded to YouTube in 2016 by a man named Michael Bouchard, who mentioned his dashcam captured the following incident in Denver, Colorado as he was driving home from work one day. Keep your eye on the semi-trailer that appears in the left-hand corner of the screen. As the semi travels through the overpass, the driver approaches the curve a bit too fast, causing the truck to tip over and nearly fly off the overpass from Interstate 70 to I-25. As soon as the truck hits the barrier, the side of the vehicle slices open, causing hundreds of cans of Miller Genuine Craft to rain down on the highway below. After the incident, traffic was backed up for miles on both highways as the truck was towed and cleanup crews removed the beer that had fallen on the northbound lanes. Had the truck been going just a little bit faster, the truck would have plummeted on the road below and caused a horrible accident. Fortunately, though, no one was injured during the incident.
Alright, you guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, leave a subscription. Make sure y'all fucking stay safe and just be smart about shit. Y'all, these videos always fucking get to me because it's just like, you just never fucking know for real. But this should make me want to go get a dash cam for my car too, because I mean, I don't know, I ain't never experienced nothing worth having a dash cam for, but maybe shit'll change when you really have that way to have some evidence. I don't know. Make sure you like, comment, leave a subscription, and I'll see you guys in the next one.